hair.
Thanks.
Yeah, it looks so pretty today.
Yeah.
You're the only one that's not like all
Bumming.
But we're all, well, Amy's not in a sweatshirt, but I was like, we're all in sweatshirts.
She's cozy though.
Sweatshirt.
I mean, I'm in my pajamas with a blanket though, so.
We all have blankets.
Yes.
We're comfy. Welcome to the Comfy Live. Going to be nice.
Let me open the YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I'll give everyone a second. Just a minute.
And I said I was gonna post. I said I was gonna post November's book, and I never signed on to post it.
It's okay. Oh, you mean December's book?
No, November's. Remember, I told you I was gonna do it a couple days ago, and I was gonna talk about the live and stuff, and I never did.
I never took a picture for Instagram. That's why, like, I never posted anything, and I kept telling myself I have to take a picture to post on Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna do it, and then I completely forgot to ask you for the login, and I never did it.
Yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know. I'll have to say it.
If you want, I'll do December's book. I still haven't photographed it, but I was planning to for tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And I can add it on there.
Marcy, your bookstagram is so nice. You
I was
post all the
I
time.
love it.
Like, couldn't
Thank
be
you.
me. Could not.
Thank you. You know what? It was hard getting to, I mean, I hated my feed every single day. I would change it week after week. I was miserable for like 2 years. And then I finally like found my comfy spot there. And
Yeah, you found what you like. I
yeah,
feel like that has to be me too. Like it would probably take me years before I find what I actually like.
I'm still looking to change it every single day. I'm such an indecisive person that I struggle with it, but I'm pretty happy with how it is.
I am with my thumbnail.
So nice.
That's how I am. Like, I'll get like random urges to start posting, and I'll take a picture and edit it like 6 different ways, and I decide like which way I want to go. So I just end up never posting.
Yeah. Who do I want to be? What do I want to represent? That's how I feel. I'm like, what do I want to represent?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Crystal, Carol,
everyone. Hi,
Amanda.
Hi,
Crystal, I'm representing you, okay? Don't worry about it.
and Lyra. Hello, everyone. Not bad. It's a pretty good turnout considering. I feel like I don't post enough, so I feel like not enough people join on because they like forget about us or something.
And a lot of people are having, like, at least in the East Coast at 7 o'clock, so there are people are having dinner, and they'll probably watch it afterwards.
That typically happens with my shows. So welcome, everyone, to the November Stacks of Strange live show for In the House in the Dark of the Woods. I finally said it right for the first time. I still never got it right.
No.
Every time I mentioned it, I kept going, what's it called again? Or In the House, it's and I would look at my shelves and it wasn't even oh, terrible. It's such a long title.
It is for such a little book.
Exactly. So we'll just go ahead and go into the typical, just like we do every single month. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. I'll call you out, and then you can let us know your star ratings, just general thoughts, and then I'll warn everyone before we do get into the spoiler stuff if anyone's here that hasn't read the book yet. And yeah, that's about it. Let us know too in the comments what you guys rated the book, general thoughts or whatever, just let us know. Chat it up. I'll let Deja go first.
I always go first. Also,
you're always the first one in.
I know. I'm always on time. I'm always
early. You're on time. It's a good
I'm really stuffy today because of my allergies. So sorry. But my channel's Dave's Book World. Kind of forgot. I was just gonna go into my rating. Dave's Book World. I read a lot of different things. Honestly, like I'm always trying to get into more, like I want to get more into thrillers and into high fantasy and into romance, and I'm like I can only read so much. Like I can't, like I'm already divided between the three. What am I supposed to do?
Same. I feel the same way because I'm always like, oh my gosh, I love like, horror and thriller are my jam. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to read so much fantasy. And I'm just like, how am I going to
I know. It's so hard.
The winter is perfect for fantasy,
It really
man. I just
is.
want to binge fantasy in the winter.
And I put a lot of memes in my videos because usually no thoughts head empty. Like I have
I like how she always says that.
I really do. So I make them funny to make up for it. And I gave the book 3 stars because this book, No Thoughts Head Empty, I was just confused and then No Thoughts Head Empty. So I just gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, it's really hard to rate a book where you like don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Like in the beginning I kind of understood, and then after that I was like, I don't know what's going on at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I just want to say, if I turn off my camera real quick, it's probably because I need to blow my nose. So I'm not disappearing.
You're fine. Amy, go ahead. You introduce yourself.
Hi, can you all hear me okay with my earbuds?
It's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's staticky.
It sounds like it's by a refrigerator.
Is that better?
A little bit.
Hang on. Is that better?
Mm-mm.
You're lagging a bit.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, there it is.
Is that okay?
Oh, it's back.
When you picked up your laptop, it was better. It might be like the fan went in or something.
Can you hear me?
There's a way to do that.
Okay. Hi. I'm Amy. My channel is Amy Reads. I read all kinds of things. I read some weird stuff. I read romance. I read magical realism, thrillers, just all kinds of stuff. I ended up giving this, I can't decide if I want to give it a 2 or a 3. I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't like it.
Right.
I enjoyed the first half more, and then once we got to the skin boat,
that was kind of weird.
I was starting to get lost. Yeah. So, I don't know. I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it, and I think that it's for somebody, just maybe not for me.
Yeah, I think that's definitely like a turning point in the book where you're just like, whoa, okay, where are we going with this?
Skin boat that flies through the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely some very interesting things.
Yeah.
Kat?
Hi, I'm Kat. My channel is Kat Chats. I read a little bit of everything, mostly thriller, horror. Yeah, that's kind of pretty much what I'm into right now. I also don't really know what I want to give this. I feel like we all have the same thoughts so far. I'm kind of thinking like a 2. Kind of similar to Amy. Like I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. If my life depended on telling someone what this book was about, I could not do it. And like, yeah, like in the beginning I was into it. I was like, okay, this sounds just going to be kind of weird, kind of spooky. It has like a weird vibe to it, but I just never followed what was happening. So yeah.
Marcy?
Y'all, I unmuted this time. I kept telling myself, do not mute yourself and start talking again. Okay. So I'm Marcy from Marcy Reads, and I read a lot of horror, but I read a little bit of everything. Last month was pretty fantasy heavy, but I still got my horror in, and I don't know what I'm going to give this book either. I was actually waiting for the live show because I feel like we always change our minds and we get like other perspectives. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to rate it yet. I'm just going to wait till after the live show. But I don't even know what I'm sitting in between. I know that I liked it, but I feel the same way as I loved the first part of it. I was really entertained with it. But then getting to the second half and with the boat and when Captain Jane comes back into the story, I sort of lost interest. And I can't believe I'm going to say this because it's such a short book, sitting at what, like 212 pages or something like that, that I feel like it was even too long. Because I feel like if we're losing interest in that second half, then it wasn't really needed, So, although it was needed in a way, but I feel like it could have been even shorter than that. But I guess I'll tell you guys my rating towards the end when I make up my mind.
Yeah. I don't think any of us really have solid ratings during the live shows because I always end up either changing my rating or just thinking a little differently about it after talking about it with you guys.
Yeah.
Carol also rated it 3 stars.
Okay.
Seems like there are a lot of 3 stars.
3 stars, yeah.
3 stars. I'm in the same realm as Crystal. I actually give it 4 stars, and that's solely on, not because I feel like I fully understood it, because I didn't by any means, on entertainment value, because I didn't get bored with it at all. I don't know, like the second half I don't know, it never really did feel boring. Yes, the skin boat was weird, and I was like, wait, what the heck is going on? Where is this going now? And then the flying through the air, and then I don't know, it just got really weird from there. But it was still so engaging to me, like from start to finish. I couldn't say that the halfway mark or where it was, I guess, that it did anything different for me.
The writing was exquisite. It was like just so fun and so good. But I liked it.
Yeah, I flew through it. Lyra said she tried to read this one, gave up on it, just couldn't get into it. So
I almost gave up on it too.
Did you really?
Yeah. I had to it took me like 2 weeks to read it. I kind of had to push myself through it at a certain point.
And that's long for a 200-page book.
Yeah, I know.
That's how long it is.
Dreaded picking it up. I had to get myself to read it. So yeah.
I could see that. Crystal said, same Raine, it was weird, but I was really engrossed in the story, but like Kat said, couldn't tell you what it was about. Yeah, I don't think that I could fully describe it either. All I know is it kept, like Carol said, it kept me intrigued. I don't know, I flew through it. I think it took me, I pretty much read most of it in a day.
Me too.
Yeah. I think I read 70 pages and then the rest of it the next day or something like that.
I like how Crystal said about the fairy tale, and that's the vibe that I got from the flying skin boat. I felt like Peter Pan-ish, zombie-ish mixed with Peter Pan, or Hannibal Lecter mixed with Peter Pan.
I think if I were to describe it to someone, I would say it's like a dark fairy tale.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, reading reviews to kind of get an idea of what people got from it, kind of. And I did see someone say they thought it was a reimagination of Alice in Wonderland, kind of like the girl falling through the hole.
Yeah.
I've never read that book. But, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's definitely very much like a fairy tale. I don't know if it took references from any specific fairy tales. I don't know. A lot of people I read had said it reminded them of a Grimm fairy tale.
Yeah.
And I could see that because they're also kind of dark too, those stories, Hansel and Gretel and stuff. Crystal said Peter Pan.
I love Peter Pan.
I think what I liked a lot about it, or at least the most about it that I had to talk to you guys in the chat about, was that it wasn't very descriptive, as far as setting the scene, which I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to books and like setting the scene, I don't think it needs to take like paragraphs and paragraphs or pages and pages to set a scene in a book. And that will irritate me if like a book is overly descriptive. Like let my brain do the work, right? Like just let my own imagination kind of build like the scene. And with this one, I felt like it was so effortless. Like it didn't feel like it was like overly descriptive or trying to like push a specific scene on you. It was just basically it's set here, it's kind of like this, and then like I felt like immediately like I was there, like I could just picture it so easily. And maybe it's because it's just like in the woods, like how can you mess that up? But I felt like every scene, even Eliza's like house or cottage or whatever that was, it just felt like I was just there and I could see all these things, you know, I could see her little farm and the lake by the farm. Yeah. Everything that was like in the book like felt so vivid and real to me, and it wasn't overly descriptive. And that's why I don't think it was like boring at all for me, because like overly descriptive writing can make me bored.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's why I ended up liking it so much. More so just because of, and it, you know, it was just, I was constantly guessing, like the whole time I was like, okay, so she's lost in the woods and then she sees this guy and then like, what's going to happen with that? But then she like comes upon Captain Jane and Captain Jane takes her to Eliza's and I'm like, what is... Okay,
yeah, the whole time I'm like, is she dead? Are they dead? What's going on? Tell me something.
Yeah, like I think I had so many different thoughts throughout. Like it didn't give me time to be like bored at all, because I was just constantly like, okay, is she like actually dead, or did she kill her family? Like she keeps talking about her boy and her like her man.
Her man.
Like, are they alive? Yeah, she kept saying my man.
You go, girl. Take your man.
The whole time I'm just like, okay, so what's the twist here? Like, what's gonna happen? And I just like and it kept me guessing the whole time because it was not at all what I expected.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't.
Go for it.
I was just gonna say, I definitely did not guess the ending. I was thinking everything about that.
Not at all. I never did give a spoiler warning because I'm just stupid. Didn't think about it, but I guess we didn't spoil anything.
No, not yet.
And if you haven't read the book yet, you might as well bow out now because I'm just gonna start getting into it. But I totally forgot.
I filmed my wrap up yesterday, and I'm like, okay, so I read this book, and it's about this woman getting lost in the woods, and I don't know what else to say, so that's it. And I moved on to I felt like so bad not explaining.
Yeah, that's literally the only way I could describe this.
Yeah.
Carol said, I was thinking like another universe or something. Okay, I didn't even think of it that way, like an alternate universe type deal.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
but that's interesting.
I didn't think about it that way. I was just thinking all sorts of things the whole time. I was like, okay, who's the bad guy? Like, what's going on? Like, what's gonna happen? Why did she leave her house? And then the way that she kept describing her husband and like, I was just like, oh no.
I was like, why are you claiming him so much? He sounds like an a-hole. Like, seriously.
And the way she talked about her mother, I was like,
yeah,
girl.
I was like, yeah, maybe she's better off in the woods. Like, why would you want to go?
Stay with Eliza, please.
Sure. Yeah. And, you know, I think, like, too, once I got, like, further into the story, especially when that, you have, like, Granny someone or whatever, she comes up and then she calls Goody, I guess we'll call her Goody because she doesn't really have a name in the book. She called her Eliza. And then I was just like, oh, maybe they're the same person. Like, that's future her or something. Like, I don't know. Or just like, I was like, why is she calling her Eliza? And then I'm like, there must be a reason for it. So maybe they're both Eliza. Like, maybe that's her, but like either in the past or like the future or like, I don't know. I couldn't understand where.
I know. I know.
What was going on and what was happening?
Yeah.
It was so weird. But I really did like it because I was just really into it from the beginning. Like, and then I had all these theories while I was reading it. I was just like, I don't understand.
I think that after I'm thinking of ending things, we're like more like paying attention to every like little detail and expecting something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't even feel like this gave any clues as to, I mean, other, like maybe some subtle ones here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just didn't think it was going to be what it was. But then once you hit the skin boat thing, anything is fair game after that.
Yes.
Anything could happen.
Yes.
They like take each other's place again and again and again, like a cycle. Yeah. So that's what I gave. That's what ended up being the big reveal in the end, or whatever, is that they end up taking each other's place. So you have Goody, who is the girl who was originally lost in the woods. She what does she see the girl in the yellow dress before she runs into Captain Jane or not? I don't really remember.
I think she sees her after the man. Am I right or no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right. So she sees, which I guess the girl in the yellow dress, she's just always there. She's not part of this cycle or whatever. And then you also have like Red Boy, I guess we'll get into that afterwards. But that's one part I just really don't understand. But so she meets Captain Jane. Captain Jane takes her to Eliza's. And then she ends up like also coming across this person known as Granny Someone. But I guess they all take each other's place. So it goes like Goody becomes Eliza, then Eliza becomes Captain Jane, and then after they're Captain Jane, they become Granny Someone. And then it's just a cycle. And it's so weird.
I feel so dumb. I didn't pick up on that at all.
Me
no? You didn't get that? That was the whole ending. Like that's what.
Yeah, I'm here looking at her like, wait, what's the cycle?
I'm like, huh.
Yeah, so that's what happens. They each become each other, and then that just continues and continues and continues. They get a new Goody.
So like Goody never leaves this place? Does she keep getting lost?
She's the new Eliza, so she can't leave until the new Goody comes along.
And you know what I kept thinking with the little girl? I'm like, I don't know why, because I maybe I'm in the wrong book, but I kept remembering her saying something about curtsying when she was little, and then the little girl would come and curtsy, and I'm like, wait, is there like a connection between these two?
Oh, I don't know. See, from what I understood from the end, what they had said that yellow girl is always the yellow girl, the red boy is always the red boy. Like those are always the same, but the red boy is always different. Which that's one thing I don't understand. Well, I'll go ahead and Carol, she said it's symbolizing the burden of women never ending, or she's like, I'm just searching for anything, like Marcy said. But that sounds, I mean, you're liable to be right. I mean, we don't know what we're talking about either. Oh yes, and Goody has to choose to stay. That's true. She has to choose to stay.
But doesn't Eliza, like, who we know in the book as Eliza,
right?
She gets to go home, though.
Yeah, because she said
she may return. She may return later to be the new Captain Jane. She will always have a call to the woods after that.
She just got to go home for a bit,
pretty much,
I guess.
Okay.
That's I understood.
And so what's the point of this going around and around?
We don't know. Carol said, or abuse cycle. It mentions some stay and stay and stay, some leave and come back, some leave and stay gone. Wow.
So I'm wondering because of her husband.
I like that theory, actually.
I like that theory too.
Pretty well.
You guys are like so smart, because like if things don't slap me across the face with their meaning, like I won't understand. Like I cannot come up with that.
I'm the same.
I don't feel that No, like
I don't know how Carol came up with that, because I like that so much.
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
It really makes you think and want to like reread it and see if that fits, because I really like that. Because look, it does talk about abuse a lot. The book
A lot.
talks a lot about abuse.
And like religion and stuff within the abuse from her husband.
Yeah, because like Carol said, she said the dad was abused, and then the her own husband abused her as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that. Actually, that's
Yeah.
I actually like that theory a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I really need to. Now I want to read the book again. It really makes so much. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I told
then I kept thinking,
it makes sense because the book does mention abuse a lot. She talks a lot about how her mom was so abusive towards her father.
Yeah, and then I kept thinking, like, in the sense of maybe because she was being abused by her husband and she goes to this place, right? Like this, like, I want to say like whimsical, even though it's dark, like this whimsical place, sees herself as a child, but doesn't know that she's a child. Because she's reverting back to that stage
for sure,
because of this abuse. And then I don't know what else.
I mean, then you go on to it, like, you know, she Captain Jane takes her in the skin boat, takes her to this place where this man was possibly going to trap her. Like, this is an old memory that they return back to. They return back to a man who Goody had met at one point in her life as a child, who had taken her to his house, fed her, and said, hey, you can stay if you want, and like basically live in my basement. And then she leaves. She doesn't return, but Captain Jane makes her realize, like, hey, like, I think, and that might have a lot to do with like repressed trauma too, because she does tell her, she's like, you can you have the sight, like you can see, but you're not like digging enough into it, you know what I mean? Like, you could see this, and that's why she kind of has the bark, so she can see like how things actually are. But it was like kind of like pushed down, and then she could actually like later on see him for what he was. He was trapping kids in the basement and keeping them there for Granny someone to eat or something. That was
do you think that they were witches, or do you think that's just what people thought of them because they were women?
I don't know, because it does mention witches. Like, Goody does ask Captain Jane if she's a witch several times, but I don't think anything that like actually says that they're witches through the whole book. Nothing other than the fact that maybe like they live in the woods, especially during like a puritanical time that they're kind of in, where it's like, you know, the woods were scary and they were full of witches. Like, that was the thing, you know, the husband.
I was gonna say, I say that because the husband
to the bed
obviously thought that she was evil in some way.
He thought she was bewitched or something, because he had her ropes on the bedposts to tie her down to the bed, and he had like Bible verses or something above the bed. So obviously he, in his mind, like she was somehow bewitched, or, you know, something had gotten to her. So I don't know if it's just because the society that they lived in at the time, if they were thought to be witches, or if they actually were witches or not, because it never really says in the book that they're witches or not. But a lot of people who have read it say that they are witches. So I don't know if it's just assumed or...
Yeah, I thought this was like about witches going into it, but it really never confirms that in the story.
No.
So I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I don't know either. But I really do like Carol's theory now. What? That just makes so much sense.
Vagina equals witch.
What does that have to do? Well, I'm confused.
Back in the days, you know?
I'm concerned. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. That's just how it was then too. Like everything was, anyone was a witch. If you were female, you were a witch. Oh my gosh.
I was just reading back here that Mona Awad had a blurb on it. It said, I adored this book and found it to be entirely spellbinding and scary and strange. It carries us along in a current of intoxicating dread, bearing witness to one woman's dreamlike journey of the soul. So, which from reading that, it leads me to believe about her abuse and really going inside of her and I guess analyzing everything that she's been through, because she's so proud and calls him, my man and my man and my man, and so proud to blame him. But then we just learn how bad he is to her. Like, I was just like, no, sir, no.
Yeah. Why didn't she just take the kid with her?
I know. She's like, I'm going to leave them.
Leave them both. Yeah. That
I will say, I for sure thought when she got back to the house and she was describing him as like sleeping at the table, I was like, she for sure killed them both before she
right.
Yes.
And honestly, I was kind of sad that wasn't the twist, because I thought that would have been
good.
That was totally, yeah. That was my exact thoughts. Like throughout reading it, and then when I got to that, and she was like, he was sleeping and he was breathing. But I think like maybe that was pretty smart of the author to do that, because then you're just thinking something completely different, and while he's doing all this over a year.
I love how Kat and I are both just sitting here being quiet because we didn't understand any of it.
Well, Crystal said, I think there are also hints to paganism in this, with the maiden, the mother, and the crone, and that cycle of the woman. Yeah, I could see that.
Huh.
See, this is why you have multiple people talk about the same book, because we all thought about it differently.
And this is why you don't rate it until after the live show.
Right? Oh my gosh. Let me see. Was there anything else? Okay, yeah, the red boy. So, okay, I don't fully understand.
I don't know.
You guys are just gonna go, nope, I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know. It seemed that the red boy changed. With each Eliza, the red boy would change. So each Eliza's red boy is different, because it's like what, their worst fear, or it's just like, I don't know. What the heck is the red boy?
I don't know.
Because it said, like, the first Eliza says, she said, you realize that you're finally free when the next red boy arrives. And then she goes, it's not my red boy, it's your red boy, to Goody, and then Goody is now the new Eliza. So what the hell, like, the red boy obviously was like some type of fear. Or at least that's what my brain went to.
Or some sort of something.
Symbolized, because it was what? It was like a robin eating with arms, eating pig meat. What the heck? There's some things that are just too far-fetched for me to understand too.
Yeah. Let me research.
But I was still like, the thing is, and this is why I'm giving it 4 stars, I don't feel like I need to fully understand a book to
Red boy, yeah.
And that's what I said about Follow Me to Ground. But what I like that this book did, that Follow Me to Ground didn't do as much, was this book, there are some things that I do kind of understand.
There's sort of explanations.
Yes. And I don't think that Follow Me to Ground fully explained enough. Like, there was just a little bit more that we could have used from it. And then this book, like, I'm okay with a lot of the unknown.
Yeah. Like, it gives you enough that you can come up with, like, your own theories and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Carol keeps talking about the epilogue. Is that like chapter 1? Because I don't see no epilogue in mine.
The epilogue's the end.
Yeah.
Wait. Did I miss that part?
It's like 3 pages.
I have my bookmark right before the epilogue, and I'm here. You know what, you guys? I'm done.
Yes, the sun does go. Okay, in the epilogue, the sun goes into the woods. I don't know. The epilogue really threw me off because I was just like, what? Now what happens?
Yeah, to me,
I'm thinking prologue. Oh gosh, jeez.
This didn't sound to me like it was the same character. Like, was it the same girl, like the original Goody? I kind of read it like it was someone else, but I don't know.
Where?
The epilogue.
The epilogue is the sun.
Oh, okay. So it is from the perspective of someone else.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to tell because it like gives little hints. So like, I think it said something like,
oh yeah, my mother's bonnet. Duh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm here on, I just found this website, gilmoreguidetobooks.com. And so down here,
like, let me.
What?
That's just funny. You're like doing a live stream about this book, and we're like, let's go research it.
But I feel like I mean, that's always like a fun thing to do after these weird books, because I'm just like, I want to know what everybody else thinks about
we're gonna do this in the middle of the live. Okay,
but yes, so Carol says, doesn't the sun go to the woods in the epilogue? Is he her red boy breaking the cycle?
So look at what this girl says in the website.
I don't know.
As Goody goes through her bizarre travels, her mind also moves back to her real life, and her thoughts are as conflicting and confusing as her experiences. Hunt's atmospheric prose mimics the woods themselves, so there are no guideposts or paths. Characters are both demons and angels. Places are safe and a trap. Emotions are kind and brutal. In this way, In the House plays with the reader, and nothing is what it seems.
I feel that.
Yeah.
that put a lot.
I really don't know what to think of the epilogue. That really, I don't know. Like, so what happens if the young boy goes into the woods? Like, is it going to be a similar situation? Like, but doesn't Captain Jane say something about some people, like, because she usually guides people through the woods or whatever, like some people she sends back. Like, maybe that type of situation would happen. I don't know what would happen with a young boy. Like, they didn't really give enough information.
I'm wondering if that's her hell because of what Carol said, that she abused him, and so that was her hell to live with, and that's why he went into the woods.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys.
Crystal said this book definitely played me hard. So, yeah, I think it played us all hard. We're all like very confused. I mean, I really like Carol's theory, and that just kind of like snowballed all these thoughts and feelings now. Because I had some thoughts, I had some notes, and now I'm just like, no, they don't compare. Like, my
interpretation.
I like notes. Go ahead, Amy.
I was just going to say, my interpretation of the epilogue was, I just thought, he might get sent back, but he's going to go in there and he's going to find his mom. Like, regardless of if he gets to stay, he'll know where she is. And might like learn about, because at the end he seemed like kind of scared of her.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Or doesn't she give him the bark or the thing?
Yeah.
Like, he have the sight that they talk about? That was kind of my understanding, was like, maybe not that he was going to take her place or be a red boy, but that like he belonged in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know.
Yeah, another thing that they were talking about is like that if he was meant to break the cycle, maybe with the women, and he's meant to break that. I don't know. I didn't even read the epilogue.
Breaking the abuse cycle. Like, maybe he's going to take his own path. Maybe it has something to do with that. Like, I mean, because obviously there's some sort of abuse cycle also happening.
Yeah.
you know, and then like, if that is what this whole thing is about the cycle of abuse, maybe, yeah, that's what that epilogue has to do with. Like, that's what it is. Like, he's supposed to go in there and like be different, like change things.
Yeah.
Because he has the sight, because he can see, you know, I don't know. My brain like just stopped computing right now because I'm reading comments and I'm like, what is going on over here, David?
I'm sorry. That's what happened to me during reading this book. My brain stopped computing. Anything that takes too much mental energy, I give up on now because of school. Like, I don't have the capacity to think. That's why I'm just sitting here taking in everything you guys are saying, because I'm like, no, no, school really just drained me too much.
I feel you, girl. Life drains me a little too much.
I think the only thing that we didn't touch on is the scream. Like, that big, it was like, what, a silver ball. And it was a scream. Captain Jane takes it, you know, on the skin boat. Skin boat is just fun to say. I love saying
Skin boat.
I feel like Skin Boat is this live show's like man-made vagina from.
I was gonna say
Whatever
that.
we called that.
Follow me to ground.
Yeah, and from Follow Me to Ground.
Yeah.
In fact, the term skin boat
They go hand in
Oh
hand.
my gosh, yes.
sounds like a vagina. So, seeing here, we're probably gonna get knocked off here because I said an anatomical term.
I think out of what, 5 or 6 live shows, we've talked about vagina 3 times.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of women. Vaginas. I mean, it's Follow Me to Ground's fault. That was very weird.
Yeah.
I bet I didn't even catch that.
Oh,
Just count on me for the
Skin boat is
the vagina connections.
I do like skin boat. I
Apparently,
might use that in the future for other things.
we know what you're going to use that for.
Crystal said, "Oh my God, did we just determine the flesh boat is a vagina?" Wow, that doesn't make sense though.
It doesn't make sense.
It does, because they're all women and it's like a women's cycle. Oh my gosh, no.
See, this was actually I'm smart, not
But
an idiot.
the book is written by a man. It's how.
Maybe it's a commentary, because a lot of things in the media are very like phallocentric and focused on the man.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's spinning that around. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out this. I know he has other books too that I would really like to check out.
I'd be interested in reading other stuff from him.
Oh, too. His writing is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, especially because I really like the writing of this. So Captain Jane takes her on the skin boat, the flesh boat, whatever you want to call it. And then when they go to see that man, the one, what did she call him? I already forgot what the man's name was. He was like a good looking man. She called him like the pretty man or the pretty boy, or
I thought that was the red boy because his door is red, and that all happens before you see the red boy. So like I thought that was the red boy, and then she's like, now the red boy, and I was like, wait, what? Didn't we just kill him? I was very confused.
It's so confusing. So she shoves the scream down his throat. The scream that Goody swam down into the well to grab for Granny someone.
Tell me that well part wasn't gross.
Yeah, that kind of spooked me out a little bit. Like the fact that someone would push you down a well. Woo!
Someone was creepy.
No.
And she kept talking about how it got in her mouth.
That's
and
my
stuff.
worst fear. Oh no, not someone pushing.
That's your red boy, Raine.
That is my no. Getting pushed down a well. Immediately I was like, oh my gosh, no. But then like apparently she's a great swimmer and all that jazz, but she got this scream, and then I have no idea what the scream is supposed to symbolize. And that's the thing, like I can get some of this, but then there's a lot of it that I'm just like way confused about.
Yeah.
That
I think it was because it was very lyrical in sense too, that it threw you off a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Why are people commenting other books? I don't understand. Did we ask something?
I don't know where that came from. I think it's just a rando.
Yeah, it's just a random person, but at least they commented something bookish, like some
yeah.
things that are not bookish. So,
oh, maybe they want to read those books for the next. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't think either of those books are
weird.
Yeah.
Wait, I only see
fantasy books.
What's the other one?
A.B. Broke Blood and Honey.
And Blood and Honey.
Oh, I did see that. I just kind of ignored it. What's POG?
I have no idea.
Who are these people?
Wait, what did they put?
I don't know.
We put POG. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Pogue.
I have no idea.
Pogue? I feel like City of Bones. Someone just commented City of Bones.
Are people just spamming me right now?
Yes. Who is this?
Why? I don't know.
And they have the most like random names. Not a Karen.
Oh, Karen.
Oh, wow. What if these are like real people? They're trying to recommend us books, and we're just like,
and we're just like, whatever.
Aaron and Karen have the same last names.
Yeah, they do.
Do they? I don't know, Crystal.
I'm so confused.
Hey, at least you're getting more watch time because of this.
Yeah.
You're watching.
oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Do you guys have any final thoughts on the book? Like discussing it, did it change your rating at all? What do you think? Are you going to do a 2 or a 3? What are you thinking? You were kind of on the
2.
Still a 2?
Yeah.
Probably still a 2, but it's weird. I think I like what we've kind of like discussed of what it means, but I didn't like the book anymore.
Yes. I agree with that.
I get that. I can totally understand that. Reading is completely subjective.
Well, being that I missed a whole section of the book, apparently, I have to go back and read that and take that into consideration.
I'm pretty sure it's probably like 2 or 3 pages. Like, it's not very much.
How did that happen? I cannot believe it.
I like the grave rubbings on the chapter headers. I like that too.
I wish they would have had an audiobook for it.
Yeah, I think that would have been good.
Yeah, I listened to the audiobook.
You listened to the audiobook?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there is an audiobook?
Yeah.
I didn't find it on Scribd.
Yeah,
so I got it off of Audible.
Oh, I didn't have any credits.
I didn't want to buy the book, so
no, I get it.
What I do, this is so bad because it's Amazon. I literally don't care. Like I just almost return every single book I read just to get the credit.
Me too.
It's okay. You can scam Jeff Bezos. I don't care.
Yeah,
exactly. It's fine.
You read like 15 books a month and just.
That's exactly what I do. I just had 8 credits and then I bought 2 books. Now I have 6, but I don't
actually bought this on Kindle for $2.99. So, because my library didn't. Question: do we have a live show date for December?
Not yet. I was still thinking because I like doing Thursdays, but Thursday is New Year's Eve.
Yeah, no.
So I was thinking Wednesday, the 30th, but I don't know. It's up to you guys if that's too soon.
I could do Wednesday.
It's a longer book, so
yeah.
But I feel like we could do that. If you guys don't know already, those who are following us, reading the books with us each month, we're reading The Library at Mount Char this month by Scott Hawkins. And it's supposed to be like a horror, fantasy, maybe even borders on sci-fi. I don't know. It just sounds really, really weird. I think it's about a girl who ends up trapped in this like giant library with a man who claims to be God or something.
I haven't read the synopsis.
I have no idea.
That's what I've kind of gleaned from it. But I have seen a lot of other booktubers who have read it, who have all said it's probably the weirdest book that they've read. So I was like, oh, it's a more popular one. I have seen it around quite a bit. I just never read it. And then I don't know. I thought maybe we would want to read it. And you guys want to read it too? So if you want to read it with us in December, we'll probably do the live show on the 30th, I think. I think that might be the plan for it. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
And then we'll just do same time as usual. So I'll post that on Instagram. But I've already posted the book we're reading. So if you guys want to check that out, everyone's linked down below as usual. And the Stacks of Strange Instagram is linked as well. Do you guys have anything going on before we close this up? Like on your channels and whatnot? I know, there's like all kinds of Christmassy things going on. So Deja, I'll have you go first per usual.
Oh God.
You have lots.
I remember everything.
You have like 6 things. Like
so I have my Ember Along still going on. We're reading the 3rd book right now, but we pushed the live show back because of the holidays and everything. So the 3rd book, the live show is going to be January. No. Wait. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Okay, wait, no. The 3rd book was for November, and so we pushed our live show back to December, what day? The 12th. And then the 4th book, our live show is going to be towards the middle of January because of the holidays. And then I'm in Thorns and Roses Along, and so we're reading the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas to lead up to the 4th book releasing in February. And so we're reading that in December, and the live show is going to be the 27th on Mel from Mel Reed's channel. And then also the Kill Creek read along, but Raine, you could talk about that because my mental capacity.
Yeah, we're reading Kill Creek. It's me, Deja, McKay, and Savannah. You can check out like my Instagram for updates on that. But basically, we're just reading Kill Creek, and then we're gonna do a live show on it on the 17th. And I think that's gonna be on my channel. I think we decided.
I don't know.
In December 17th?
So she said she wanted either Deja or I to host it. So I'll go ahead and host it since I know Deja has a million.
Is it December 17th, the live show?
December 17th. So it's a couple weeks away, so it's pretty soon. But I know it's a book that like everyone's been wanting to read. So
I know I want to read it so bad. I ordered my copy from Amazon, but every time I get frustrated, I go to talk and then I stop in the middle and then I continue. I ordered a copy from Amazon and it's not Prime. Like they didn't have it Prime at all. And so it was supposed to come this week and it's not even going to come till Monday. So then I bought the audiobook from Audible because I was like, I give up.
I found the ebook on Scribd, so I'm probably going to do the ebook because I tried Amazon and like it doesn't even have Prime shipping for it right now.
I
probably won't get it in time. And I like to kind of read a physical book and an ebook at the same time. So since I'm reading Crescent City right now, and I don't know how long Crescent City is going to take, I'm just going to read them like kind of.
That's smart. Yeah.
And they're both like completely different genres. Like I won't read the same genre like that. I can read multiple books at the same time, but it has to be like one's got to be horror, one's got to be fantasy. Because if I do both, I'm gonna be so confused.
Yeah. I can't do ebooks like that because I read them on my phone, but I'm getting a Kindle for Christmas, so.
How exciting!
I know, I'm so excited. I'm like, I already know it's in the house probably, and I'm like, can I just have it already? Because like I'm gonna read these ebooks. Like I have arcs to read. Like
yeah, you have so much. Amy, you have anything? I know you're doing 'Tis the Season-A-Thon, right? Or you are
doing the Season-A-Thon. I'm vlogging for that right now. I'm also doing Vlogmas.
Yeah.
So I have a new video up every single day between
That's
the first
crazy.
and the 21st.
I want to do it so bad, but I'm like, no, can't.
There's no way.
No.
I hope that it happens. Like, I hope that we get there.
You'll do it.
I've been pretty organized about it. Like, tomorrow's video's already like been ready. I just finished Saturday's video, and I'll upload it tonight. Sunday's video, Monday's video, like they're all like ready. So
I could never.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no
Killing
life. So I have no children. I'm working from home. I can't go anywhere. I'm currently, the COVID's so bad in my area right now.
Where are you, Amy?
Yeah.
I live in Northeast Tennessee. And Tennessee is just an absolute shithole right now.
We're planning on moving to Tennessee.
Where?
We don't know yet. We're looking because of the taxes here in Georgia, we don't want to buy a house here. And I love this area, Blue Ridge, and I love Tennessee.
Come up my way because I'm in Appalachia. Like
Okay.
I'm in the northeast corner.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're looking to stay more close to the Georgia state line.
Okay,
but
so
it's not like it's so huge, you know?
We're like I'm like 3 hours from Chattanooga.
Yeah.
So like,
Oh, y'all could visit.
I know.
yeah, we absolutely could.
And I don't think Amy lives that far from me. I live in North Carolina, but I don't think you live that far. I think we've talked
Oh my
about this
gosh,
before.
yeah, we're so close too.
Yeah.
You don't
and
have to tell me like where exactly, but like, how far are you from Asheville?
I don't even know. I live in Raleigh. It's one of the biggest cities.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not even that far. It's like the middle of the
I
state.
think that's 4 hours from me. I've been to Raleigh a few times. I was supposed to go
Boring.
to Styles in Raleigh, but of course that got postponed.
Oh, you guys all live so far.
Kat, what area are you in?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey. That's right.
Oh.
You're all so
Crystal
far.
are Jersey girls.
Way over here on the West Coast.
I used to live in New Jersey
Did you?
Yeah.
Crystal lives in New
when I
Jersey.
was young. When I was a young
Yeah,
child.
Crystal does too. Crystal lives in New Jersey.
Is
Yeah.
Crystal from New Jersey? Because she has. Well, you're in the comments, I think. Still.
I don't know if she's from New Jersey.
She like
She lives there.
Crystal has a Jersey accent. And
Accent, yes,
Oh,
you
she
do.
does,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yes, I love it.
Mhm.
My dad was from New Jersey, so
Yeah, my whole
that
family.
a little. Yeah.
My whole family's from that area. My sister and her husband just moved from Jersey to here in August too. So
Crystal's from South Jersey.
Yeah.
South Jersey, I love it.
Kat, what do you have going on? Are you doing Vlogmas or any of the Bookmas or any of the thingies?
No. I'm so unmotivated lately. Like I want
in December,
but I just like couldn't. I didn't want to like commit myself to anything because I just have like no motivation lately. So no.
Yeah. I feel the same. I committed myself to lots of things and I have no motivation. I'm terrible.
I felt that.
Oh man. Crystal said she went to school with the situation.
Now, if you had said Vinny, I would have been impressed. Because he was always, he's so cute.
I used to have such a big crush on him.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I never watched that show. I just never got into it.
I love that show. I still
know who that
watch it
is.
to this day. It's so bad, but it's so good.
Oh my God. I just like, I don't know, like I got into like the Real World when that was all big, and then like I don't know, I got older and then Jersey Shore was a thing, but like I was just kind of past that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it just wasn't, it didn't appeal to me anymore, I guess. Marcy, what do you have going on?
Nothing, only the scary little Christmas-A-Thon, and that's it. I'm in the same boat as Kat. I'm like, I had so many videos recorded from, I don't know, like last month. I didn't get to upload any of them because I just wasn't motivated to edit. I wasn't motivated to film anything new. I didn't know what to film.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not even going to stress about that. So nothing really, just regular videos and the little scary, I can never say it. Scary.
I loved your video. You're like, I can't say this.
I know. And the funny thing is that I said it like 4 times, like scary. I had to cut like half of it out because I just can't remember it.
Yeah, so Marcy, Carol, and then Sarah and I are all hosting Scary Little Christmas-A-Thon. So it's just like a read-a-thon. It's a horror in 24 thing. Sarah actually reached out to us and asked if we wanted to host a horror Christmas-themed read-a-thon. And she's really new to YouTube. So show her some love. Check out Crystal or check out Sarah. And then I'll have, I think I have it already linked. Yeah, I put it in the description already. So check out like all the details for Scary Little Christmas-A-Thon are down there. And then Sarah's on there. So you can check out her channel because she's like really, really new to YouTube. And she asked if I wanted to host. And I thought that was really cool. She had some really great ideas for prompts. So then we made it a horror in 24 thing. Marcy and Carol are joining me. And then that's just running from the 14th to the 20th. So it's pretty short. It's just a week-long thing. There's like 6 prompts. So check it out if you want to join us for that. It should be a lot of fun. I'll probably build my TBR tonight. I meant to the other day, but I've been working a lot. No motivation as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in the wintertime, you just don't want to do anything but eat, sleep, and repeat.
I know. That's pretty much how I feel. Yeah. It's just get cozy and do nothing. It's great.
I like what Amy has going on right now. It's perfect.
Yes. I know. I can't wait to get on the couch and just snuggle. We're probably going to watch another Christmas movie. Like every night we have watched a Christmas movie or 2.
Oh.
So it's been really
Yes,
nice.
we have too.
We just like
I made a list on my phone of like what I wanted to watch this year. Like some stuff I've not seen in a while, some stuff I've never seen. And so every night I like consult the list. I'm like, Scott, what do you want to watch?
I did that for Halloween. I had a whole list and I was going to do 31 days of scary movies. We made it to 24.
We watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
Your story.
We made it to 24, but I haven't watched any Christmas movies yet. I want to get that. I think it's like Friendly TV app or something like that. It's like $5.99 and they have like all the Hallmark Christmas movies and...
I never got into the Hallmark ones, but I have been super intrigued because I found a couple of years ago a blog, I think, that had Hallmark. It was a Hallmark Christmas movie drinking game because like that's one of the same. It was like drink if they're going, if they're returning back to their hometown or like
hammered by 15 minutes in.
I am totally down to like, I'm not like super big into Hallmark Christmas movies, but I am down to drink and watch Hallmark.
I do like fun. The Netflix movies, like the Princess Switch and the new one, Princess Switch,
new one,
which I will be watching.
I haven't watched any of those.
I just watched The Holiday on Netflix. It was so cute.
That was cute. I liked it.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
I want to watch that one.
It was
a few weeks ago, my husband and I watched it. We both really liked it.
Yeah.
I need to watch did you all watch The Night Before Christmas last year with the literal night? So bad.
Like
that's what I want to do. I just want to like roast them. Like we need to do a Netflix party, but do like the cheesiest Christmas movie.
That would be fun.
Oh, that's such a, okay. That's okay. Are we making this happen? I'm gonna make it happen.
I feel like for you all, does anybody have Letterboxd, the app where they keep track of the movies?
No.
Okay, I want to find you on Letterboxd, Marcy. Tell me be your Letterboxd friend.
I'm very active. It's on my link tree in my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we could definitely roast some movies because when we watched
I'm thinking of ending things.
Yeah, we kind of
that was a roast.
Thank God I didn't watch it.
That was a
Yeah, it was
roast.
terrible.
It was so fun though, Marcy, even though it sucked. And I'm so glad that you didn't like waste your time watching it. But like the chat was so great.
Yeah,
It was.
It was just so much fun making fun of it. I would love to do that like with a cheesy Christmas movie on Netflix.
We should.
Because that would be fun. We'll have to see what days like.
Yeah, we should, because I've never done a Netflix watch party. I need to experience one.
Super.
Yeah, I didn't get to do the other one because I was out of town that day. So.
Yeah.
They're fun.
But
And
you
now
had watched time thinking of any things previously, like before that. So you had.
I told you all.
I'm surprised you were willing to go through it a second time because I could never.
I
no,
would have if I'd been in town, but I was literally driving.
would not have.
I was driving to Philadelphia.
it was bad. I would not have. And it is teleparty now, so you can watch more than just Netflix on it. But
Yeah.
everybody has to have
Really?
Yeah.
whatever you're using, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
I
can do
think I wanna do that. That would be a lot of fun. So
Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO.
nice. Yeah, I wanna do that. That should be fun. I'll try to plan it. I'll try to see. I'm off next Friday for sure. Maybe I'll just plan an impromptu one or something
Oh, that's cool.
and do
Yeah,
that.
I think it'd
I
be
mean, if
fun if
anyone
you're
wants to
like, hey,
just hop
tomorrow night
on.
we're gonna- Yeah.
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 Cool. So if anyone is watching this later right now or whatever, just check out my Instagram. I'll have details for that. We'll try to pick a movie and then we'll teleparty. Is that what it's called now?
Teleparty.
Yeah, we'll teleparty and we can watch it and roast it together. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much for reading the book with us in November. And I hope you guys decide to join us in December. And thank you all for joining me and chatting with me on it. Because it was definitely
It was fun.
one.
Thank you for
Yeah,
hosting.
these are always fun. These are great times.
I'm sorry to everyone that I ate a sandwich for the first 30 minutes of this live.
It's okay. I didn't
It
even
was
notice
a
I
live
forgot.
mukbang, so we're good. We're good.
Well, I muted
Yeah.
myself so no one had to hear my mouth noise because some people are very sensitive about that, and I understand.
I
that.
am, and I was not triggered.
Okay, I'm sorry. That you, I imagine the comments later are going to be like, "Look at Amy just eating a sandwich for 30 minutes," and I'm just like, but I did at least mute myself. No, it's 7. That's dinner time. Like
It is.
dinner time. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
my people are waiting to have dinner. Unfortunately, it's a steak, so I'm not gonna sit here and
Yeah. Now, typically, I would schedule
Late.
just my dinner prior to, but
I have
it
soup,
didn't work out
which
that
I'm
way.
very excited about.
Sorry about the sandwich eating, guys.
It was good. It was all good.
Thanks.
All right, I'm gonna end this. So goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.